What is going on, you guys? This is Bach the Rock, and today, guys, I'm going live to explain about what happened yesterday. So, guys, I did do four live streams. One that's kind of like this one. I had people concerned about the Darkest Dungeons 2 gameplay after the Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy gameplay because I passed out. Um, First off, guys, I want to explain a little bits and bobs. The first thing I want to explain is that I've been diagnosed with insomnia, and I also have a thing where basically I don't know what it's called precisely, but it's when you sit in a chair and you're talking for a few minutes, and then all of a sudden you pass out. So basically, that's what I had. So that's why on stream I passed out, and I know everybody was concerned, worried, which I wanted to address just so we could get stuff on the get stuff on the worry free side. So if those of you who are in my stream saw me passed out during my Darkest Dungeons 2 gameplay, what is going on, Steven? I apologize for worrying you guys. Like I said, it's because of my insomnia plus my other medical condition. So that'll happen some streams, but I'll try to make sure it doesn't happen again. So that's for one. For two, guys. So if I haven't told you guys, I'm gonna see about getting into contact with Dawson again. We're gonna see about doing something during the warm weather, for both of our channels. Now, if you guys remember the thing when we blew up a ceramic toilet, now we may do something like that again. We may do something else. I don't know for sure, but it highly depends on the circumstances. It depends on the circumstances. I may even do some Q&A and some taste testings. You know, it just might be one of those things. But if I get back, if I am gonna get back into live streaming tonight, guys, and we're gonna do some Fortnite. What I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm actually gonna. The weather is still fine out. The weather's still fine out. Mm. But yeah, guys. So I'm gonna try to balance out my schedule a little bit more. And each day, instead of stressing myself out and try to do each game, I'll try to do each game each day, and then when I can get a decent streaming computer and capture card, I may see about going back and forth into retro gaming. That's the general plan. Mm. But other than that, guys, I like I said, I do apologize if I worried anybody. Machine wish narcolepsy. Yeah, that's what I might have. Uh, yeah, I had yeah machine wash. That's the that's the condition I have because like I said, I have insomnia, and then like I said, like during my Darkest Dungeon 2 gameplay, I was awake for a few minutes. Next thing I know, I'll have the condition for narcolepsy, which means like I'll be awake for a few minutes. Next thing I know, I'll pass out for a bit, and then I'll pop back in. Question is, I don't know what causes it, which I'm hoping I can, which hoping I can figure that out soon because it's driving me crazy. Because what drives me crazy about it is I'll be asleep for 1 minute. I mean, like, I'll be doing something, I'll pass out, I'll re-wake up, and then it's like I'll try to get back to what I'm doing, and then all of a sudden I'll pass back out again. Thank you for letting me know the condition, Machine Wash Wash. I appreciate that. And also, stream, like I said, I am going to see about getting in contact with Dawson. I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm gonna see if I can get in contact with Dawson. We're gonna see about what we can do. Second, guys, wanted to give you guys a heads up about the whole Discord debacle. So, Ramsey Khalid Ismail, I have called him out a plethora of times, and he's being a real deep fried chicken. Here's why. So, I called him out, and he has not answered yet. Except he keeps putting up crap about other nuisance streamers in his live feed. Like he's talking about Ice Poseidon, he's talking about everybody, but yet anybody wants to put him in his place, and long story short, he basically wants to pretty much hide behind a deck of cards. Or to use a Hasman Hotel reference, like Cherry Bomb, always good with a fight. She always hides behind cherry bombs. So either he's and he has made emotes of Atozi, Legal Mindset, me. Basically, he's scared. He's even made emotes of Dalgoon. I think I say his name right. If I butcher his name, guys, I apologize. Because if I get anybody from South Korea in here and they say, no, I'm butchering names here, it's like, yeah, I don't want to cause trouble. But the guy that's in South Korea, who, and if you guys don't remember, get it comfortable here. He's basically the UDT in South Korea who literally clocked Ramsey Khalid Ismail because he wanted because I'm pretty sure they called him a Golden Goblin. Now they called him a Golden Goblin. Now I muted this on my last live stream a while back because I was giving you guys a bit of a lesson here. So I'm going to try not to mute it this time. Now I'll tell you why they really called him a Golden Goblin, because apparently he's dumber than a sack of potatoes. All right. So let's see. So it says here, and I looked it over on Google here for a hot minute. A Golden Goblin in South Korea is a Dokaebi, which is a nature-based, often mischievous goblins known to possess magical items, including a golden club. A Dokaebi Bang Mangi, capable of conjuring treasure. They are not inherently evil, but reward the kind and punish the greedy. Often gifting wealth to mortals, such as the tale of Mr. Lumpy. So, and basically, the aspects popped up. So the key aspects of the lore: the magical club, wealth and greed, interactions with humans, origins. But because they called Ramsey Khalid Ismail the Golden Goblin, it's because they used like a RPG term. Oh, hey Tom, what's going on, bub? Sorry I haven't been on Fortnite in a while. I'm probably gonna get on to. I will probably get on later today for a live stream. I just have been trying to keep up with all my live streams here and there. Oh, jeez, I hate my hair always messing up. But other than that, guys, like I said, with the whole, with the whole mess with Ramsey Khalid Ismail, I do know for a fact that he basically either needs to step up or he's just going to get knocked down a peg or two because we already heard about the trial date. We already heard from Legal Mindset Natosi that he's looking to 3 years in prison with labor. Uh he's I got to try to remember all the info. So he's looking at 3 years in prison with labor. He's pretty much he's not going to he's going to a Korean prison. That's for starters. Um, he has to hand over his 2 cell phones, and he has to be on the registered SO list or registered sex offender list. And here's the stupid thing: when they went over the case, he blamed the noodle incident. Like how stupid are you? like okay, if he watches this video, how stupid is he? I'm sorry, but he has been in South Korea. Okay, apparently, some people say he was sponsored by JBL, like those little audio speakers you can clip onto your backpack, the JBLs, and he basically was blaring all kinds of crap throughout the whole trip. Now, now you get people that'll translate English, but if you go and chat, I will tell you this: if you go back to every single Ramsey Khalid Ismail vid, excuse me, a bit of acid. But if you go back to every single Ramsey Khalid Ismail clip and anything that's in Korean, you can Google translate what is said. And he didn't even think because all he did was just cause problems. Now, if you guys ever watched the Lotte World clip, I'm speaking fast that my brain's starting to wibble wobble with words. If you guys watch the Lotte World clip, okay, he'll get messages in Korean, and the messages we're talking about Korean women and children. Now, I know Korea doesn't condone violence, but if I was in a line like that, I would have knocked him upside the head. Like he's been like this is what he does, okay? And I'll give you guys back play by play. Like the whole Japan incident, and for those of you who are in Japan watching this, I humbly apologize for bringing up your painful history. But when he was bringing up all the atomic bombings on the thing, and if you guys remember the history of Japan, they went through Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And they went through and I think they went through one in 2011. I forget what that one was called. And I'm stuttering like Porky Pig. But beside the point, he was on a monorail and he kept repeating it over and over until the point somebody decided to step up and tell him, why don't he just back off? And then what he was dumbfounded about was that the guy that stepped up was from America. And the guy even said he was from Texas. Uh, in my uh, machine, what do you what's with the parenthesis in Minecraft? But beside the point, Well, no, 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 no. Not in Minecraft, in a monorail. If you ever been to Japan, well, like if you've ever been to Japan, they have the monorails where you could choose to take a train and stuff. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Joke. Sorry, machine. I'm just trying to. My brain fibble fobbles, so that's why I'm trying to get stuff completely. But anyway, beside the point. So the whole time during the monorail incident, Ramsey Khalid Ismail, or RKI, we can abbreviate that. He basically kept saying Hiroshima and Nagasaki over and over again, just trying to get a rise out of people. Well, he was confronted on the train, he was confronted on the ground, and it's like, RKI is the same thing as Ramsey Khalid Ismail, or I say the full name. But basically, what he does is he pretty much Fujitora around and find out. That's what he pretty much does. But anyway, so yeah, and he almost gets his butt kicked in Japan. He even had a mob, pretty much tracked his location and pretty much confronted him for an apology. He gives them an apology. Uh, Deuce Goose, I'm gonna be playing. Hey, Deuce Goose, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna be playing games later today. I have to work tonight, but I'm just giving everybody a heads up about what's been going down and just talking. Um, you should play Fear and Hunger. Um, yeah, Machine Wash. I try to be careful a little bit on horror games a bit, because I also have a paranoia. That's it. I can tell you guys an incident back from when I was back when I was younger, but I do play some horror games. I do play some horror games, but I just got to be careful because with I don't watch horror movies. I can play horror games, but I can't watch horror movies or anything like that. Okay, that's fair. Well, okay, Deuce, just to catch you up. When I was a kid, I'll tell you guys this story. So when I was a kid, I was back in high school. Me and a few buddies got together. We would watch movies and stuff like that. One of my friends suggested we watch either Nightmare on Elm Street or it was Friday the 13th. I forget which one it was. It was Halloween. We watched either one of those. So I was staying over at a friend's place. I was passed out on the couch. Now, my friend was one of those overprotective types where he has a weapon under the couch in case of break-ins. So one of my friends thought it'd be smart to dress up like Freddy Krueger or Jason Voorhees, come downstairs and trace a weapon against my skin while I was passed out. And out of instinct, I accidentally grabbed the bat because I thought somebody, because like when you're asleep, sometimes if something tricks you, your fight or flight instinct ticks in. You guys know what I mean before I continue? Like, when if you're asleep or something, your fight or flight instinct kicks in. Okay, so when I was asleep, they traced some weapon against my skin. Out of instinct, I gripped the bat and knocked one of my friends upside the head by accident because I thought it was a burglar and I was deep asleep. But when I came to, my friend was on the floor. I removed the mask and I realized it was him. Oh dear lord! So me and my other friend got him to the hospital. Well, to be fair, it was just a prank. But I didn't mean that. It was an accident. So what happened was, me and my other friend, we got him to the hospital, and when we got him to the hospital, there was no concussions, contusions, or injuries of any sort. So what happened was, yeah. So what happened was he had a bit of amnesia. So like a little bit of amnesia, which means he didn't know who we were, but he asked us what happened. So so the nurse, you know, the nurse allowed us to temporarily mess with his memory. So basically, we told him that he was drunk and he fell down the stairs and hit his head. So of course, of course, the nurse did say if he has any triggers, the memory will come right back. So but like I said, it was an accident. I Once he got his memory back a bit and he remembered what happened, we did sit down and have a casual conversation. So I did apologize at that point. Well, everybody doesn't like horror films. I mean, it depends on the horror films you can watch. Now, I have watched Five Nights at mm, sorry guys, bit of acid reflux. Now, some of the films I have watched, like Five Nights at Freddy's or something like that, I can watch that. Okay, to be fair, I can watch Five Nights at Freddy's or other stuff like that, but it's like the slasher flicks, or like I can watch comedy spoofs, like spoof of horror movies, like the Scary Movie series. I can watch those. I can watch that, but it's like any other horror movies and stuff. I just don't. I just can't do. And my friends have tried to get me to realize, hey, it's all special effects and da 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 da. But it's like, you know. But I'm glad everybody's making friends in the chat too. I'm from the OH. I'm from the state Ohio. But yeah, yeah. But like I said, guys, maybe hey Deuce Goose, if you play Fortnite, maybe later you could join me and Tom and the others. Speaking of which, Tom, did you hear anything from Hulky before I forget? Yeah. Speaking of which, I forgot I got to check something. Well, Deuce Goose, if you like I said, you don't. I mean, like you might be decent. Um, well, it's like riding a bike. You can slowly get back. You can slowly get back into it. I mean, like you can balance between Arc Raiders and you can balance between Fortnite. Like what I do, like my live streams, I try to balance everything. But like if I like yesterday, I was a bit off because I've been a bit scuffy with my streams. I literally was trying to I did 4 streams in one day, but like I said, the Darkest Dungeon stream, I literally fell asleep in because I have a because like what Machine Wash Wash said, I have a narcolepsy. No. To be honest, I literally had to remove the Black Ops 6 off my PlayStation because I couldn't play anything else. But my goal is to get a separate PlayStation with more memory so I can be able to play Call of Duty on another one. But that's the issue because PlayStation 5's, because the PlayStation 5 I got when it first came out was a 500 gigabyte. So I'm gonna have to pull what I can and be able to do that. But the downside is my but the downside is because I have to worry about how my how everything is, you know what I mean? Jeez. Well, you can get internal storage memory. Well, that's the thing, because I would like to get 8 terabytes, and I checked on the PlayStation Store, and the RAM for it is literally pricey. Like they want $3,000 for it. Because what concerned me is if I get a 1 terabyte, I'll feel it'll get full little. Yeah, because what I fear is if I get a 1 terabyte, it won't be enough. Yeah, I would need an 8 TB. Oh, but guys, sorry to cut the stream short because I'm gonna have to get off here because I'll have to get ready for work. Yeah, because I get a lot of DLC and stuff, Deuce Goose. But yeah, guys, I gotta get off here because I gotta get ready for work. And like I said, I'll probably stream Fortnite later. Deuce Goose, if I'm live streaming, maybe if you want to join into Fortnite later, depending if you know. But for now, guys, if you guys like the content, be sure to like, subscribe, and favorite. Comment down below. Turn on notification bells so anytime I go live, you get the ring a ding ding. Know I'm in the bling. If you guys are from the other side of the world, have a good morning, good evening, good night. If you're from the other side of the world, reverse of reverse. If you're from the good old USA, have a good night to a good morning to a good day. Bach the Rock sign out. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace out, and I'll catch you guys later.